Boy Meets Girl 101. My name is Lydia Wachueche, and it's good to have you on our live session today. We'll be talking about personal grooming, the turn-ons and the turn-offs, and we're delighted to host you for the next hour. Let's see who will be the first to join us. And when you join, we'll be sure to give you a hello. Hi. Oh, my husband is the first to join us. Hi, NY. Thank you for joining. Hi, Sim. Thank you for joining. You are welcome to the February edition of Let's Keep It With Our Boy Meets Girl 101. My name again is Lydia Wachueche, and it's good to have you all on. Thank you for joining us. Gifty, you're welcome. Larry, Prosper, thank you for joining us. Let's wait for a few more people to join us, and then we'll dive right into the conversation. Whilst you wait for that to happen, I'd like to acknowledge our sponsors. They help us to bring you this conversation month on month, and we appreciate them so much. Fragrances and More GH, a perfume shop on Instagram, and you can buy from them anytime, anywhere in the country. They would deliver to you. Triple Tree GH, customized chocolates for all occasions. We just celebrated Val's Day. If you didn't get some, it's not too late. You can still get yourself a Triple Tree chocolate for any occasion, a birthday, anniversary, whatever it is. You can get Triple Tree chocolate for yourself and your loved ones. Of course, Jira Events. Do you have an event coming up? Let Jira Events do the planning for you. Let them take the stress off you and do the planning for you. No stress, no wahala. Like, you just go and you enjoy. Yeah, they throw the party and then you have a party. Volta Mats, from the farm to your plate. They have like the best goodies, gluten-free snacks, fresh fried fish, and they ship worldwide. Like, that's my ish about this whole thing. So you cannot say that only Abroche comes home. You can also send home to Abroche. You can buy stuff, fresh fish, baby biscuits, starch bono, baby tilapia, and ship it to your loved ones abroad. And you can ship it to your loved ones all over the country. Watermark to make sure of that. And of course, juice, but fresh juice for all occasions, fresh local bar, whatever setting you need juice for. Your kids going to school, healthy, fresh, homemade juice spot is the one to help you with that. Of course, a Pavon Concepts. You see my flyers, come on, I always keep getting, wow, your flyer is so dope and all that. Yes, a Pavon Concepts is the branding solution you've been waiting for. Website development, whatever, social media marketing, whatever it is that you need, a Pavon Concepts will make sure that it is top notch. They understand the assignment all the time, and they will elevate your brand to the next level. Of course, Wild West African. You see my YouTube videos, you see my content that I put out there, is always magically touched by Wild West African. If you have any such needs, please be sure to contact Wild West African, and they will sort you out. Mind you, all our sponsors are on Instagram, and you can just call them up, send them a quick DM, and they will get to you. Of course, Be Nice Kitchen Services, their restaurant in Tema Community 5, yummy, delicious food for all occasions. Your office lunch, if you have a party, you need a lunch basket, whatever it is, you need something for yourself, please contact Be Nice Kitchen Services, Tema Community 5, and they'll deliver to you. They have a Sunday local bar as well. And yeah, let me tell you, they are hiring. They are looking for waiters, waitresses, kitchen staff. So if you know anybody in and around Tema that might be interested in this kind of hiring opportunity, please let them contact Be Nice Kitchen Services, and they will give them good employment. Charlie, we all need to get something into our pockets. And of course, Pounds World gives that breathe. That is Pounds World for you. Pounds World, they will curate beautiful gift packages for your loved ones for all occasions. Whilst they go and see the things that they were doing for people, you can be part of them. So be sure to contact Pounds World whenever you need a gift for any occasion. They will sort you out. And of course, Beauty Within Haven, they are also a beauty salon in Tema Community 10, just behind Mayflower, and they are always ready to make you look glamorous. Like, whether it's your hair, whether it's a pedicure, a manicure, a massage, a facial, Beauty Within Haven will sort you out. Original Borayi. Today I'm in a Borayi piece. You should see me. Yeah, if you think what you're seeing is nice, let me wait till I post the photos of what I'm wearing. Borayi makes custom made clothes for any occasion. They will sort you out. And of course, Picture Magic. Is it corporate? Is it a wedding? Is it a naming ceremony? Is it a birthday party? a product launch, whatever it is that you need photography services for, Picture Magic will sort you out. And this are our sponsors. Thank you so much for helping us to bring this conversation month on month. Today we are going to be talking about personal grooming, the turn-ons and the turn-offs. You people have turned up and I'm so excited. Thank you so much for joining us. I mentioned earlier in the week that we have a surprise for somebody on the live session. First of all, you should have joined the live session and you should stay to the end. So one person is going to get a beautiful package from Fragrances and More GH. Yes, that's what our sponsors are doing this year. They are giving packages for our audience. So every month, one of our sponsors is going to be giving a package to our audience. Let's see if you'll be lucky enough. I've taken note of those who have joined so far. Let's see who will still be on by the time we are done or anytime that I check. And then we would send you a package. Yeah, our resource person is already here. Today we are talking about personal grooming, turn-ons and turn-offs. I see a lot of requests. I hope you people really want to join. For joining. I can't even begin to mention your names, but thank you all for joining. My lawyer Seabest, thank you for joining us. Anas, thank you. Jijo, Lily, hi Lily, it's good to have you on. Thank you all for joining. Mariam, thank you for joining us. Ellen, I see you, thank you for joining us. Thank you, I look great. Yes, so I had my makeup done for me by Carol's Heaven. Sorry, I had my makeup done for me by, what's your name? KSR Us, yes. And they really do a good job. Hi, Abina, thank you. How are you?
Hello, Lisa. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. It looks like your camera is turned sideways, or is it just me?
No, I actually did it that way, but I'm
Okay.
going to try to set it up. Can you see it now?
Yes, it's perfect. It's perfect. How are you doing?
I'm good. I don't know, for a reason I cannot see you. I
Oh,
don't know what's happening.
okay. Would you like to go off and then join again?
Let me go off and join again. Yes,
Sure,
let me join.
please. Sure. Hello, everybody who is joining us. Thank you so much. Our resource person is already here, and we're going to get right into the conversation. Today, we're talking about something that's almost like taboo, but we need to talk about it. Personal grooming, the turn-ons and the turn-offs. And you are here to hear from a certified etiquette consultant. She knows her onions, and today she's going to spill everything that she's learned over the years, what she's been training people on. She's going to spill it with us. You want to stay till the end. You want to ask all your questions. Just put them. There's a question mark thing there just at the bottom of your screen. Please put your questions in there so that we don't miss any of them in the comments. Put all your questions in there. She's going to answer every single question that you have. She just says personal grooming, no dear. You're fan of personal. Yeah, you're fan of personal. Seriously. Hi, Eben. Thank you for joining. Ama Sweetie. Saba Melda, thank you for joining. Mame Nyakwa, thank you for joining. Ifwa Yeboah, it's good to have you all on. Thank you for joining. David Sonaya, thank you for joining. Nuna, forgive me if I murdered the name. I'm sorry. Yeah, Ajasewa, thank you for joining. It's good to have you. It's good to have you on. So we'll add our resource person again, and then we'll get right into the conversation. I mean, she's poised. I mean, just look at her page and listening to her, I'm like, wow, this woman knows what she's talking about. And today we have her on Let's Keep It With Our Boy Miss Girl 101. It's going to be an amazing conversation. You don't want to go anywhere. And if you have questions, don't come and ask me later. I will ask her here on this live session. So just put your questions in the comments section, in the question mark thing there, and then we will ask her for you so that you can get all your answers right now, right here. I have my questions ready, so you should. Anita, thank you for joining us, baby girl. Thank you all who are here. Thanks, Sam. It's good. I'm really honored to get to host all of you tonight. I'm honored to get to host all of you. We'll just try and add her on. Like I said earlier, we have a gift for somebody on this live session. I don't know who it's going to be, but at the end of the session, we will know, and we will give that person a gift from Fragrances and More GH. So just stay tuned. Fingers crossed. Let's see who wins That's gifts. But what are your expectations for tonight? Why are you joining us from Gigi? I know you're in Sunyani. Who else? Why are you in Accra? Why are you in Ghana? Why are you around the world? And where are you joining us from? Hi, Maria. Thank you for joining. It's good to have all of you on Friday night. Yeah, let's just get into this conversation. What's your expectation for the conversation? Where are you watching us from? Tell us in the comments. Tell us now. Tell us now. This is Let's Keep It With Our Boy Miss Girl 101. If you are not following us yet, please follow us. Oh, Akusia is watching us from Tema. Thank you for joining Akusia. Tema is a place to be, right? Oh, we're living on past glory. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Gigi, your mother knows that you're in Sunyani, so be in Sunyani. If somebody is watching us from the US, this person that I know is in Tema is okay. Well, US, I mean, there's a lot of US. Ashama has US. So Pram Pram, Sonaya is watching us from Pram Pram. Thank you for joining us. There's Obuase from Saba Imelda. Thank you, Imelda. Thank you for joining us. Juice Sport is watching us from Almighty Kaswa. That's good. Gifty is watching us from Tema. Thank you, Gifty. V Arnold, thank you for joining us. If YY is watching us from Tema. Hi, Abena.
Hello, Lydia.
Can you see me now?
For a reason I cannot see you now, but I guess you have to wait for a while because the last time I went on the toilet, so let me hold on for a while.
Okay, sure. Let's get right into it then. Abena, please tell us a little bit about yourself. Today we're talking about personal grooming, the turn-ons and the turn-offs for you who just joined us. We are here with our resource person, very, very punctual, and she's here right on time, and she's going to take us through a whole lot. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. Don't come and ask me later. I won't have the answers for you. She's here with us for the next hour, so please ask her your questions. Abena, thank you so much for honoring our invitation. It's good to finally host you here.
It's my absolute pleasure to be here, Lydia. Thank you for inviting me to join you in this live session.
Thank you. So, Abena, please, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so before that, let me say hello to all those who have joined us tonight. Sure. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I'm Abena.
Hi.
I'm Abena Enchua Edise. I'm sure you might have heard that I'm a certified etiquette consultant and founder of Manners on Point School of Etiquette. I would say that I'm also a health and safety professional, though I don't practice now. I'm also a former senior nursing officer, and so you can just imagine that I've come across a number of people, and so this topic is going to be an interesting one. I'm also a mom of two and a happy wife. I enjoy the association of pleasant people. I love reading my Bible. On a good day, you see me in my garden, and guess what? I love to drive. So that's a little bit about me.
Now, did you say you love to drive?
Oh, yes, I love driving.
Please, can you be my best friend?
I sure love to.
Oh, wow. And I was just listening to the combination of things, health and safety, professional, and nurse, and mom, like everything that would come into personal grooming, like you are in there. That is great. I hope you people realize how blessed we are to have Abena on our session today. And her Abena too is even unique. It's not just Abena with a 1A. It's 2 A's. Yes, 2 A's. We are really blessed to have you tonight. Thank you again for honoring our invitation. So we're diving right into it. Abena, what is personal grooming? Is there any history behind it? Anything that we need to know?
Okay. So if you don't hear personal grooming, you may also hear an expression like preening. Preening or titivating.
Okay.
They all mean personal grooming. Okay. And then when you talk about personal grooming, we are looking at, just imagine an individual, how the person takes care of himself, how the person takes care of herself, and then also how the person presents himself to the world.
Okay.
And so right from your home, how you take care of your body, your appearance, and then the moment you step out of your home, how you present yourself to the world, to see who is here, to see that Lydia is here. That
Yeah.
look on you put together is what you call personal grooming.
Grooming, amazing. And what's really hitting me in my face is how I present myself to the world. I mean, I've not even thought about it in that way, but it is so profound. It is so profound because whatever it, yes, I'm presenting myself to the world. Wow.
You are,
Okay.
you are, you
Yeah.
are. And so looking at you on a typical day, you wake up, you want to take your shower, you want to put cream on your skin, you want to put makeup, you want to comb your hair, the dress that you wear, you want to make sure that it's well ironed. Of course, you have brushed your teeth. And then you step out of the world, you interact with people. So that look that people see, together with what you did inside your home before stepping out, all put together is what we are looking at, and it's called personal grooming.
Amazing. Amazing. That's insightful. So, I mean, it looks like it's pretty obvious, but why is this important? Why is our personal grooming important?
It's very, very important because now, Lydia, let me tell you, as you sit there, many people use structure, they use taxis and all that. And so imagine you sit by someone on a hot afternoon, you sit by someone and the person is stretching the hand. And unfortunately for you, the hand passes by your nose. Immediately begin to sneeze. Or the person
I
begins
know.
the person begins to feel the mouth, and what you smell is not something pleasant.
Yeah.
And sometimes you may even get to see that, all is not well with me. So first of all, personal grooming is important because you are doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
It makes you feel so confident when you know that you step out there and you're looking good, you're smelling good, your hair is on point. It makes you feel confident of yourself as an individual. And then, Lydia, when you step out there and you think you're looking good, will you go and step in the corner and be minding your business when there are so many nice people that you can associate with?
No, I'm
Mm.
definitely flaunting.
And so it makes you look good, you feel good, and it makes it very easy for you to want to interact with people. And people love the association of people who look good, people who smell good. All these things make one pleasant. And so personal grooming is very important. This is just for the individual.
Yeah.
And I just know that for you, Lydia, you're also very much interested in how personal grooming will benefit someone who is in a relationship or
Yeah.
marriage, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if someone is looking good, if someone is feeling good, the person feels that she is on
Yeah.
point. When you see the person, you say, oh, this person is looking good. If the opposite is true, you see the person is sharply dressed, the person doesn't brush the teeth, the hair is anyhow, you may say that this person doesn't have respect for himself. True or false?
That's true.
That's true. And so once you groom yourself, it shows that you have respect for yourself.
Yeah.
And for those who are in a relationship, or those who have spouses, it also shows that you have respect for your spouse or for your fiance. So that's one importance of personal grooming in relationships and marriage, showing respect to the other person. And then, of course, personal grooming can also have a very big impact on relationships. It can affect the kind of affection that you're supposed to be showing to each other. It can affect one's level of confidence, if you mentioned that already. And then it can also greatly affect the love that the couple should be having for each other.
Okay.
And now listen to those
Yeah.
facts. If you disagree, let me know.
True.
It can have a big impact on physical intimacy. True or false?
100% true.
We'll be talking
100%.
more about it.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
100%
talking more
true.
about this.
Yeah.
And so personal grooming is a big deal, and we just don't want to take it for granted.
Yeah.
We just don't take it for granted.
Amazing. Amazing. For those of you who are just joining us, we are talking to Abena. She's a certified etiquette consultant, and she's been talking to us about personal grooming, and she's explained what personal grooming is. And mind you, it is how you, simply put, is how you present yourself to the world. I think that is very profound for me. And she's also mentioned why this is important. First of all, it's important for your own sake. It helps you feel confident. It is respect that you're showing to yourself, and then it is also respect you're showing to your partner and even to other people around you, because you go to work, you sit in the public transport, you go to public places, you don't want people cringing when you pass by. Like, it can be very glaring sometimes. So personal grooming, it speaks a lot about you. It speaks a lot about you. She has also mentioned that it shows that you respect your partner. I mean, you can't be here telling me that your love language is physical touch, or and then you don't groom yourself or massage stand somewhere. So personal grooming is important for you just as much as it is important for other people around you. Thank you so much, Abena, for that. But what are some of the major personal grooming gaps that we're seeing in our day today? What are some of the major gaps that we're seeing?
Okay, so you're looking at our generation and looking at us and the generation that follows us, if I can put it that way,
Yeah.
and then generations in the past, we see that there is a big difference. Now, Lydia, you get to see how many of us overly rely on technology. For many young ones, there's less supervision. Mommy gets up, mommy is in a hurry, she needs to go to work, daddy needs to go to work, and then go work and bring money home. And then also, for many ladies, they are always in a hurry, and so we love our wigs. If there is something wrong with the hair, she will quickly go and grab a wig and cover the mess.
Yeah.
And then many people know that, oh, I don't have time. Laziness is a big deal also nowadays. And so I'm going to share with our viewers a survey. About 1,000 people were interviewed. And then let's see a very big gap, what is really affecting us when it comes to our grooming nowadays. So about 1,000 people, young people and adults, were interviewed in the United States. They were asked what is most important for them. And so from the statistics, for the millennial, for the younger ones, they were asked what is of most importance to you. Now listen to this. 93% of them said for them the most important thing for them is the smartphone.
Oh.
So keep this at the back of your mind. 93% said it's the smartphone.
Okay.
And then 91% said the most important thing to them is, so for the 93, then 97, sorry, 91. So 93 said is the smartphone, and then 91 said the toothbrush is the second most important thing to them.
Okay.
So number one for them is the smartphone, number two, the toothbrush.
Okay.
And now 87% said deodorant.
Okay.
So for them, the major important thing, smartphone, number two, toothbrush, number three, deodorant.
Okay.
Now, the older ones were also asked the same questions. And for them, they said that deodorant and smartphones are important to them. But that was the response of 91%. And 95% said the most important thing for them was the toothbrush. Are you getting to see the connection here?
Yeah.
So for the younger ones, it's the smartphone. The toothbrush, number two. Deodorant, number three, is less important to them. For the elderly ones, it's the deodorant and the smartphone placing second, but to them, the toothbrush is the most important thing to them. So, Lydia, does it surprise us then that many people do not really use deodorants and they sweat so much and they sit by them and you cannot breathe easily? Does it surprise us?
No.
So the gap is that now many people pay much more attention to technology. They're in a hurry, they don't have time for themselves. And so grooming can wait. Grooming can wait. But for the elderly ones, they cherish their personal hygiene. And they know the importance of opening your mouth and someone being able to smell easily around you. And so for them, it's the toothbrush. And so that happens to be a very big gap because the younger ones are using more technology, unlike how things used to be in the past. And then also people are becoming much more lazy. They'll prefer that machines will technically do everything for them. And then also because of less supervision. So these things are impacting negatively on personal grooming for the millennials of today.
Wow. Wow. Anyway, well, I know technology has really taken over the world, but if you put a toothbrush next to technology, should we really be choosing technology first?
Yes, for many people, that is the most important thing to them.
Okay, okay, that's alarming and good to know at the same time. But Abena, what would you say that are some of the turn-ons that personal grooming can inspire? We have looked at how personal grooming will help you as a person to be confident. You see that you look good, you feel good. Sometimes you've gone through the day and you feel like, I feel like I'm getting a bad smell. It makes you withdraw from people. I know that is one thing. But what are some of the ways that being well groomed can be a turn on?
Yes, especially in relationships and marriage. And so, if your husband is looking good, smelling good, what's what comes to your mind? Will you want to stay so far away from the person? Many a time to go to the person, oh, you look good, you smell good, and maybe go closer to get a peg or a bit of a cuddle, right? And
Yeah.
so, generally, personal grooming will really help to enhance marital happiness. If everyone is smelling good, if no one's mouth is smelling, you can easily have a very good conversation. I will
Yeah.
enjoy the company of my husband. You will enjoy the company of your fiance. So it's very
Yeah.
important. It also leads to attraction. There is an increased attraction. Whose face would you love to see other than that person's face? Because the person looks good. Whatever you're looking for, you can see it in the person's face. And you can easily get closer to share acts of endearment. Like you want to get a quick kiss, a quick peg. If the person's mouth is smelling, we want to get closer to the person.
No, no, thank you.
Exactly. And then of course physical intimacy it's also enhanced comes at last because I'll be sharing an experience of a man very soon with you. But then if all these things are there, it makes you whatever thing that you think is needed to enhance the relationship or the marriage, be it communication, it is there. Also, someone says attraction. Okay, be it communication, it is there. And then the intimacy, it is there. Enjoy each other's company too is there. And of course, don't you all love the act of endearment?
Yeah,
And so personal grooming can enhance all these things. And then you can turn us on.
yeah, yeah. Right on the heel of that, what are some of the turn-offs then?
Okay. So let's all do this imagination together.
Mm,
So to talk about this, think of a poor personal hygiene being a very big deal in many relationships. Why am I saying that? So think of poor personal hygiene, poor grooming being a very big deal, a big turn off for many in relationships. So Lydia and then our viewers, let's imagine this together. Think of a sweaty body, someone who is sweating profusely.
mm,
Think of someone who has unpleasant mouth smell.
mm,
Think of someone who has a body odor.
mm.
So just think of all these things. And now imagine you, our viewer, imagine you, Lydia, trying to get closer to a gentleman. The person is your fiance, the person is your spouse. Trying to get closer to such a person, you want to get a warm hug. At the end of a very bad day, sometimes we need a hug.
Yeah.
And then if you want to get closer and then get a warm hug from such a person, only for you to realize that the person's armpits is bringing out something really unpleasant that your nose detests. On the other hand, is a man who is trying to get closer to his lady, to his fiancée, to his wife, only to realize that the lady's hair is filthy, it is smelling. The lady's blouse is emitting a very bad scent, a big turn off.
Yeah.
The hug, I'm not sure it will even last up to a
Nah.
second. Microsecond, you see. Oh, now here's another thing. Imagine going on a date. So a lady and a gentleman are going on a date. They are in a car. If you know what is happening with our weather nowadays, the weather is really, really warm. And so you turn on the air conditioner in the car, and then only for the gentleman to raise up his hand, and there is this strong smell coming from his armpit, or he begins to talk, and the whole smell in the car becomes unpleasant.
Yeah.
How many minutes will it take this lady to be in the car and breathe easily? It wouldn't. It just wouldn't. And so if there's any conversation going on, the moment the gentleman begins to open the mouth, say, please stop talking, close your mouth. I cannot breathe. And so it's very important that we pay attention to our personal hygiene. The turn off is that a simple hug, something simple as hug, or something simple as getting a peck from your spouse, you will not even get to enjoy it because the person may not feel comfortable in the smell or even with your look.
Yeah.
And then also, it can really affect affection and physical intimacy in marriage. And so you get to see that one sex life becomes uninteresting, one sex life becomes boring because you don't like what you are smelling, you don't like what you are seeing. The gentleman doesn't like what the lady is wearing. The lady doesn't like what the gentleman is wearing. And so all that a person wants to do is like do it quickly, 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 pop, 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 and off it ends. There's nothing like enjoyment. And so it affects that. And then also communication surface. Communication, we know that for a relationship or for marriage to thrive, it is very important that there is really good communication.
Yeah.
And for the communication, it involves the lady and the gentleman sitting down, looking at each other's eye, having a hearty conversation. But how do you have a hearty conversation with someone? Once you look at the person's face and the person has not even washed the face, you see all sort of things on the person's face, the corners of the eye, or water drooling from the end. The person drew during the night, did not wake up in the morning to wash the face. Or the person has not even brushed the face, brushed the teeth. And the person begins to talk and then you don't like it. Obviously, communication will suffer,
Yeah.
especially when this becomes an everyday thing. And so the level of connection between the lady and the gentleman will suffer greatly. And before you realize, the love may die an unnatural death. And so these are some of the turn-offs
Yeah.
that could happen as a result of poor personal grooming.
Thank you so much, Abna. And the part about it affecting intimacy, I just want to highlight on that. That sometimes it's not that your partner is with somebody else, or they just don't find you attractive because of your personal grooming. It's not that your beauty is gone, it's not that your shape is lost or anything, but how you carry yourself. You get to the bedroom, even your bed sheet, is it changed or is it the same from 6 months ago? Is it washed? Is it, fresh clean sheets do something, and when you are undressing, what are the scents that are emanating from either of you? All those things can turn off your partner, like Abena said. So we need to watch that. Let's not be quick to attribute everything to, oh, he doesn't find me attractive anymore, he's cheating, she's found somebody else. Some of these petty things can go a long way to save our relationship. And that's why it's important to be having some of these honest conversations in your relationship. Sometimes just sit your partner down. Enough with the KFC and let's go here and there's a new place open in East Legon. Let's sit down and let's have a conversation. What is it that you think that we need to improve on? And for all you know, this could be one of the things. And it could be affecting a relation that should have ended up in marriage just because you don't know that you have to brush your teeth before you come to bed at night. And so you try to kiss your partner like, a genie, Some of these things, let's pay attention. We're privileged. We have Abuna here. She's telling us all these things for free. But if you don't run with it, if you just leave it here and you don't make any changes, that person is going to leave you. I was going to use a swear word. That person is going to leave you. So please, let's sit up. Let's stop blaming everything on the devil and people around us, and sometimes it is you are the one being, excuse me to say, a devil in your own relationship or in your own marriage, because you don't carry yourself well. You don't, and you're going wearing the same thing over and over again. These things, they really help. Please, let's pay attention to them. But Abna, would you say that personal grooming turn-ons and turn-offs will differ from person to person, or is universal? Because one time I remember I was taking a walk in the evening and I saw two people. First I passed by the gentleman. He was standing, I think he was waiting for the lady. And my goodness, he was smelling. And I went further ahead and I passed by another person. I didn't even know she was going to meet him. I passed by another person and worse off. And then I go further here, I turn around, I see that they are talking to each other. I'm like, oh, so it's okay for both of them. Could it be that for some, if you smell bad, it's okay? Or that it's universal, that personal grooming, you must be well groomed, otherwise you drive people away and all that.
Yes, it's supposed to be universal, but that is not really the case. Have you ever heard the expression, one man's poison is another person's favorite? That's how I put it. So you think it's your poison? Trust me, that's my favorite meat.
Okay.
And so it really differs from person to person.
Okay.
Realistically, all of us were not raised in the same environment.
Okay.
And so for some people, the environments that they were raised will have an impact on how they see certain things, what they see to be a problem when it comes to personal grooming. For some people also, their upbringing, if you live with a parent who is very strict and will want you to shower, wear clean clothing, iron before you wear and all that, polish your shoe, brush your teeth, blah 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 before you step out of the room or out of the house.
Yeah.
Yours is there. There may be someone who did not go through all these things. Many people learn these things much more later in life because of how their beginning was. And then, as I said, also the environment. And so, what should be a big turn off for you, Lydia, will be a turn on for the person, because the person's own view of personal grooming is different. That is one. Another one also is that our senses differ. So our sense of smell or touch or even sight. For example, we have people who have a very sharp sense of smell.
Okay.
And so, like the scenario that you mentioned, you pass by the gentleman and the lady. The lady was comfortably having a conversation with the gentleman, but you could smell the stinking armpit of the person.
Yeah.
The lady was enjoying it.
Imagine that.
Yes, it could be that you have a very sharp sense of smell. And so for some of us, even if the smell is far away, our nose is able to detect it. And so that could also differ. And trust me, there are some people who just don't care. Yeah. For some ladies, as long as the gentleman has a lot of cash, that's all that matters.
They're okay with it. They can put up with anything.
For some gentlemen, as long as the lady has something that they look for in a woman, it's okay. They will say that, well, they can manage. Okay. But I know for many of us, it's not about managing. It's about dealing with the situation or even walking away if you feel that this is not what you want. So it differs.
Okay. Okay. Amazing. That's interesting to know. I would have thought that it would be universal, but this is also very true. So now let's say I where I work, or the person I'm with has some body odor, or like their mouth smells, that kind of thing. How best can I tell the person? I mean, take it for instance, for a guy, and this is a question that I also saw in the comments, so I'm asking it for you, Deko Baiku. Take it that you are with somebody and the person is very, very sensitive. Guys, and sometimes their ego, how easily can get bruised. And you tell the person that your mouth in the morning, because you don't brush at night, in the morning when you speak, it's too much. Or take it that you are with a lady and then you tell she doesn't bath before she comes to bed at night. So when you are about to hit it, you realize that and how best can you tell this person this thing so that it's not like you are against them. You want what is best for your relationship. How best can we handle something like this?
Okay. Thank you for this question. So the best way of handling a partner who has an issue with grooming is to have an honest, sympathetic, and calm conversation with the person.
Okay.
So an honest conversation with the person, speaking calmly with the person, and then also being sympathetic with the person. Now, for some people, when it comes to body odor or any other issues that has to do with personal grooming, there are some people who may be aware.
Okay.
There are some people who may not be aware.
Yeah.
It is often said that when someone usually smells, the person has been smelling for a very long time. With time, it becomes normal to the person. And so the person may not even know that there's a problem because the person, there's nothing wrong with his body. There's nothing wrong with her body. There's nothing wrong with the way the person even dresses. So now let's put that one also aside. And the another thing is that it can also be a psychological problem or something that has to do with the person's mental health.
Okay.
And so if it's coming from all these angles, we want to see how best we can handle it. Yes, as we are all saying, it's not always easy, especially when you don't want to hurt the person. And so you cannot just look at the person and say, Jack, your armpit is stinking, your mouth is smelling. Why haven't you washed your face? Why this? Why that? You may not want to be so blunt. But remember what I said earlier, you want to have an honest conversation with the person about the issue.
Yeah.
You want to have a sympathetic conversation with the person.
Okay.
There are a number of people who are having challenges with their personal grooming, especially one that borders on hygiene. And so sometimes on social media, you read of people who are looking for solutions to their mass odor. People who are saying that they've done everything possible and they're not finding solution to their body odor. So how do you help such a person? If someone's partner is experiencing such a situation and the partner is genuinely looking for help, the person has taken necessary steps and none seems to be working. You, the one who wants to help the person, you want to be sympathetic. At least you know the person has taken some good initial steps. But now, having talked about that, we are saying that how you go about it is very, very important. And so you want the person to know that you genuinely care. You genuinely care about the person. And so you want to sit down, make sure that you're able to find time that is convenient for the both of you. No one is in a hurry. It shouldn't be at the time that someone has to rush to go to work. Make time, maybe if it's dawn, if it's late in the evening that you think it's going to be convenient, you have a heart-to-heart conversation with the person. Let the person know that you are really bothered. You are really bothered, and then you are so much concerned about their well-being. So you want the person to feel that you care. You are not just there to complain. People say that women complain. Some ladies also say that some men like complaining. We all have the nagging type. But then you want the person to know that genuinely you care. And so you are not just going to have this conversation with the person just because you want to have it, but it's because of the person's well-being. Now, if the person should get the sense that the spouse or the fiance or the partner genuinely has his interest or her interest at heart, then the person will be paying attention. And then you want to also assure the person that you have that person's interest at heart. The shame that the person may be feeling or may be having as a result of the poor personal grooming, giving the person such an assurance will also help to minimize it. And then the person wouldn't think that you are attacking them. They'll know that you want to help them. And so the honest conversation with them, let the person know how it affects you. For example, if Prior to marriage or at the beginning of your relationship, there wasn't a problem. The person was paying so much attention to the personal grooming. Then along the line, things are established now. The person begins to feel overly comfortable around you, and so the person does not care. Then you have to communicate with the person to see how it's affecting you. Let the person know how it does not make you enjoy his company. It looks like we are looking at his hair company, but many ladies come. So the gentleman needs to be able to tell the lady how it does not make him enjoy her company,
Yeah.
how it makes it difficult for him to take her along when he has to go and meet his friends, when they have to go out to have some fun time, because probably she wouldn't be looking good, her hair will be unkept, her hair will be smelling, and his friends will not be so much happy to be seeing you with such a person. And so having that sympathetic conversation with the person, letting the person know how it is affecting you, how it is affecting your relationship is very important. And then you want to encourage the person to seek the necessary help.
Okay.
But before that, you, the person who has noticed such a thing about the partner, should be quick to do certain things. I know many people know this suggestion that if someone is smelling, buy the person a deodorant. If someone is not combing the hair, buy the person a hair comb or a hair brush or whatever it is. You want to, if you're a gentleman and you love to see ladies in makeup, why don't you go take the lady to a shop one day and then get the person some makeup? The person may use it just to make you happy. And so you want to take that step. Aside this, sometimes you may want to, where especially the person is neglecting personal grooming as a result of mental health. We don't usually think about that, but that is also a big issue. Now, when it comes to mental health, we are looking at two ends of it. One end is when someone has depression. And Lydia, trust me, many people are battling with depression. And years ago, when I studied psychiatric nursing, we were told that everyone has a bit of mental illness. It's just that for some people, yes, it's just so high that you usually see them say, oh, this person is mad and all that. But all of us have mental illness to a degree.
Okay.
And so when you get to see that Kofi wasn't like that, Abina wasn't like that. Now all of a sudden she's neglecting her grooming, her personal grooming. Then is she that quiet? Is she begin to keep so much to herself? You begin to think of depression. Now the other end, we have people that we describe them as being obsessive compulsive. Obsessive compulsive disorder. So we usually call it OCD. Say, oh, for this one, obsessive compulsive. Like the person is so neat, the person is extreme. The person was like that, but now you get to see that this person is becoming extremely neat. The person wants to bath every second. Then you can get to see that there may be something wrong with my partner. So when this is happening, it could be as a result of mental health issue. It's a mental health issue that is making the person neglect the personal hygiene or making the person overdo it. Then the best person to handle it will be a qualified a psychiatrist or a qualified personnel. And so it may be beyond you. Even when you try so hard to make it work, you may have to take the person to see a hospital, to see a doctor at the hospital. And what loving way can it be for you to accompany the person, knowing that you are there with the person? That would so much help.
Yes.
Now, remember at the beginning, I said I was going to share someone's experience with you. Yes, so this is a man who married his wife. According to him, they started as a long distance relationship.
Okay.
And so they were far away from each other. And the first time that they got together was on their wedding night.
Okay.
And on their wedding night, the man says that they could not consummate their marriage. They could not have sexual relations at that time. Why? Wedding night, honeymoon. What happened? The man said that he got closer to his wife, then he realized that there was a strong, unpleasant smell emanating from the vaginal area.
Oh.
And then he tried to talk to the wife in the heat of the moment. The wife opened the mouth and realized that she had a strong mouth odor. So two in one from down, one from up. So you can imagine.
Yeah.
It was a big challenge for the man. And so he said that he has a strong sense of smell. And so he just couldn't. He couldn't manage. Someone said, I'll manage it. No, he could not manage it. And so the honeymoon went off without any form of intimacy, sexual intimacy between the man and his wife. But he loved his wife. So guess what he did? He had a conversation with the wife. He took the wife to the hospital. Apparently, the lady actually had a severe infection at the vaginal area. And so after some laboratory investigations, they found out whatever organism was causing it and they treated it. From there, they made a trip to the dentist's office and then that was also sorted. So now guess what? All the impediments have been cleared off the way, right?
Back to basics. That's
Amazing. And so
amazing.
they enjoy their sexual life. And so if you realize that your partner has a problem, you need to take an action. I personally admire what this man did
Yeah.
when he observed these problems with the wife. So these are some things that we can do. So remember, being sympathetic, speaking calmly about the issue. This is not the time for you to be blowing it out and then picking the phone, calling your friend, calling the person's mother that your son is this, your son is that. No, you need to speak with the person, especially when you want the relationship, especially when you cherish the marriage. You can also take an action.
Yeah. That's amazing. And I think also that on the other hand, if your partner or anybody around you, whether it's a work colleague or somebody, has this kind of conversation with you, you need to be open minded about it as well. You need to accept that maybe yes, indeed, there's something wrong, and open yourself up to the possibility of there being something. Investigate it yourself and find a solution to it. If it's not your partner, who can help you? And I mean, to for the person who goes to the hospital or to try and work things out with their partner, that is a very good form of solidarity that you can give someone, because it can be embarrassing to go to a doctor and say that I have a vagina odor and I don't understand where it's coming from, or for a man to go and say that my mouth really smells, or it can be embarrassing for them. So going with them would also give them some boost and some energy to see through the process and find a solution to it. Somebody was asking that could there be an instance where there's no solution to the problems, that wherever the odor is coming from or whatever is causing the lack of personal grooming?
Yes, sadly there is, because many people get to see that they have a problem. And so, for example, someone realizes that she has mouth odor, he has mouth odor, and then he takes it to the hospital. You go to the hospital, the person will see the dentist will say, do this, do that, it doesn't go. And the person can want to try DIY, do it yourself, explore, go to the internet. What I'm having this challenge, I'm having this problem, what can I do? The person tries everything, it doesn't go.
Google
The person
doctors.
goes to social media. Okay.
I'll say Google doctors.
Google Doctors, exactly. And then the person will go and try all those ones and it doesn't help. And then the person now comes to social media, if the person belongs to a group, the person will go anonymous. They'll go anonymous and say, these are the challenges that I'm having, I've tried this, I've tried that, and it just doesn't go. Somebody will say that, oh, we need to pray for you.
Yeah.
They'll go and see so-called pastor to pray for them, so the person's problem may persist. And so there are some people, unfortunately, those are not many, but yes, realistically, there are some people who do all that they need to do, who may get all the necessary help, but the problem may persist.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be unfortunate, and I think maybe you can find ways to manage it. For I don't know, maybe wherever it is coming from, maybe always have peppermint if it's a mouth odor, if it's a vaginal odor or some form of body odor, maybe try and manage it somehow. Take regular baths, use some scented products, but by all means, try and look for a solution. Don't rest on your laurels that, oh, I've done everything I can do, because it is not just for your sake, but out of respect for your partner and other people around you. For those of you who work or are in school or in certain groups, it can be very unbearable to be with somebody and there's some smell emanating, or they don't look kept, and it's like it plays really poorly on the image of the group. I work in sales and I always tell my team that how you look is a representation of the company that we are selling for. So when somebody sees you, they need to see that yes, this company can actually do what they say they are doing. And that starts with you. That starts with how you dress, how you look, your how when you speak, how you are speaking, and all those things. So I mean, we need to be conscious about personal grooming, like Abena has said, and we need to, it's a daily thing. You can't say that, oh, this month I kept my hair nice, so next month is free for all. No, it should be continuous, because you are presenting yourself day in and day out to the world, day in and day out to the world. And there are very, very basic things that you can be doing: taking your regular baths, making sure your clothes are ironed, making sure your clothes are clean, making sure your shoes are polished, brushing your teeth before you go to bed at night, when you wake up in the those are really basic things that we can start with. And if there's a problem, or if somebody around you has a problem, please don't keep quiet about it. For all you know, they don't know. You can do them the favor of telling them, drawing their attention to it, so that you can do something about it. I would rather appreciate that you tell me that, Lydia, I think that you are smelling, or your hair is smelling, or something, than for me to hear somewhere else that, you know, those who are close to you, you need to do them that favor and help them through things like that. That is why we come in pairs in this world. We can't do this life alone. Thank you so much, Abena. I want to ask you my final question. I have just 3 minutes, and I want to know, is there anything that's, I mean, per your experience and all that, you want to tell us, any experience, any advice, general advice you want to give us on this topic?
Yes, thank you. So personal grooming is a big deal.
Yeah.
Yes, man, at some point, one of the things that we focus so much on is leaving a positive first impression. Once you meet someone for the first time, you strike acquaintance with the person, you speak with the person, you interact with the person. The next moment that the person sees you, or when the person moves away from you, and the person goes back home and is thinking about the day's event, if the person remembers you, what will the person remember about you? Will it be the lady who smiled beautifully, the lady or the gentleman who had that nicely combed or well-kept hair, or it will be the lady who was caught removing something from the nose? So,
Hopefully not.
let's be mindful of that. So whether in a relationship, your association with people and all that, one of the things that is so unpleasant, ladies and gentlemen, is picking things from your nose. So for manners and principle of etiquette, look at many of our posts, you get to see it all the time, that stop picking your nose. It is a deal breaker. It is a deal breaker. And now one more thing, this is a general thing that all of us can think about. When you look at yourself in the mirror, let's say on a typical morning, you're about to step out of your home, you dress. When you look at yourself in the mirror, what do you see? Remember that what you see is what others are going to see. Don't see something and brush it aside and see that people will not see. Before you step out, if you're not so sure how you smell inside your room, raise up your hand, turn your nose to your armpit. What do you smell? What you smell is what someone else outside will smell about you. But generally, we all do know that we love the association of people who are pleasant. When you go out there and someone is well dressed and someone is shabbily dressed, Lydia, viewers, who will you want to associate with? Who will you want to talk to that evening? The shabbily dressed person who is speaking anyhow, who is smelling, who is not looking nice, or the well dressed person who is speaking softly and smelling so sweet?
Definitely. Yeah.
You want to be that person also. And so once you do that, you're not doing it to impress anyone. You are doing it, one, for yourself. You're doing it to impress yourself, and then others will get to be impressed. These things are important. It makes us who we are because, ladies and gentlemen, personal grooming is a big deal in our everyday life.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Abena, for all these insights that you shared with us. And for those who just joined us, you have missed so much, but fortunately, this video is going to be on our page and on Abne's page, Manners on Point. If you're not following her, please follow her because she's sharing a lot of wisdom for free, and she also has sessions where you can invite her to your church, to your school, to your company even, and she'll do a lot of trainings for you. So this is Abena of Manners on Point, and she's been here with us telling us about personal grooming, some turn-ons and some turn-offs. And you have been an absolutely wonderful, wonderful, wonderful audience. Abena and I thank you so much for spending your last hour with us. And if you have any more questions, please jump into her DM, follow her, and learn all that you can from her. Thank you so much, and have a good evening, everyone. Till next month. Bye for now.
Bye. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Abena. Good night.
Good night.